myself in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even if
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Swings this out for Hunt.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. That is caught by Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bills at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense, because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses and big plays allowed. That ultimate.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And some room to work. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, the Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall. And it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo, a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Left side to Lamb. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Hunt. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Touchdown, Bills. Elijah Moore from a yard out. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. On the move past the 40. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. These two teams all tied after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Chandler going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Rolling to it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On first down, Mahomes. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. Now here's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Working with a second and 3. Now Mahomes. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is...
There he goes left side. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ty Chandler with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. After the sack on first down, Hurts. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete there to Moore. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we have to dial things back a little bit.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch. I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
I mean, search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
That pass complete to Moore.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Demario Davis there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. CeeDee Lamb, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Hunt going to run for it. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Dorsett's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Guess who? J.J. Watt, as he so often does, getting in there to wreak havoc. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this, what's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone of what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott, and the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
GG's, man.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Moore, the man in motion. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Dorsett on the return. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The game's gone final, by the way, down in New Orleans. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Back to throw. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Hurts will throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Left side, got Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another picker. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same.
Hey, thanks to everyone tuning in, man. That was a little too close than I would like to make it, but I gotta stop trolling so much.